Welcome back, Pipers. Me again. After uploading my today's video, I was doing some reading in the Tobacco Reviews forum. In today's video, I mentioned I'm continuing to mention the acquisition of Mac Baren and Sutliff from STG. The more I read up, more comments I see in the forums, it's just becoming more and more apparent that the majority of people are thinking very negatively. They're almost freaking out about how this is going to affect, Mac Baren, Sutliff. Obviously, it's going to affect it some. Just for the fact they're closing, I think, a Sutliff factory in Virginia, as well as a Mac Baren blending house. But they're moving everything to, I think, a site in Denmark. Okay. I guess that can give you a reason to be afraid that this is going to affect us, okay, as tobacco consumers. But I have my own opinions, theory, whatever, on this subject as well. It definitely seems like STG is either attempting to or are becoming a monopoly when it comes to the pipe tobacco, producer, distributor, which does give many of us a reason to be a little bit, I guess, fearful of what we will be able to get. Are they going to change things? So I found in the forums, they talk about this. STG to close the Mac Baren and Sutliff factories. This guy, his name's Tad. Big news from Tobacco World, the Scandinavian Tobacco Group, who recently acquired Mac Baren and Sutliff, have announced they will be closing the Mac Baren factory in Denmark and closing the Sutliff factory in Virginia, consolidating all tobacco production to their existing factory in Denmark. Appears this may take up to a year from what they're saying now, but who knows? They've moved faster than they claimed and are going to it before. So stock up what you like. I think it's quite reasonable to assume everything will change. My opinions. There's a very high possibility things may change. But that being said, as I kind of stated in my video this morning, STG is a major corporation, and their shareholders, their board of directors, they're in the business to make profits, not to lose money. So to go on thinking like many of these people are thinking, that they're going to discontinue all these popular Mac Baren blends, even Sutliff blends, things are just going to completely change. That doesn't make sense to me whatsoever. Granted, we live in a society of greed, corporate greed. I get that. They made this acquisition in order to make their shareholders money. Of course. But how smart would it be to do this, go through all this, and completely change, everything? Start eliminating very popular blends, blends that sell very well. That makes no sense. And to change recipes and do all this stuff that I'm seeing, it makes no sense. I'm more of a common sense person, okay? This is only benefiting STG right now because everybody, like I stated, a lot of people are freaking out and they're stocking up. I think personally unnecessarily because, STG is not putting out a lot of information to benefit them. They want people afraid. They want people start stocking up on blends, thinking, well, this is what I got to do. And if that's what people think, that's fine. Do it. Stock up. I don't think I'm in the same mindset as a lot of these people when it comes to this acquisition, all these major changes that are going to happen. Yeah, they're closing two blending houses. Not good. Would this have happened in the United States? No, I think we have laws that prevent monopolies, things like this. Denmark, over there, I don't think they have those kind of laws. So this happened. It's going to happen. It's going to continue to evolve. But I think people need to just kind of calm down a little bit. By all means, if you're worried, there's a certain blend and maybe it's not a very huge popular blend, stock up on, sure, go ahead, because there is a chance that that may be in the future harder and harder to come by. But how is it different than what we've seen in the past? One of my favorite blends is, which I'll be covering in my Burley series, is Mac Baren Burley London blend. That was a very popular blend for a long time, and they chose to cut back on production. So now it's hard to get. You only get it, I think, once a year. And even then, it's really hard to stock up on it. Trust me, I know. I am very low on it right now. And I would love to have, 5-6 tins of that stuff stored away. It's just not possible right now. So I don't know how much really you're going to see as far as a lot of these more popular blends becoming that hard to get. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm wrong a lot. But I thought I would get on and I would give you my opinions on what is going on with this whole thing. Starting to be more and more talked about, mainly, I think, because of the fear factor. A lot of people are in the forums, they're online, different pipe smoking groups, just freaking out. Give me your opinion on what you think is going to happen. What's going on now? What do you think is going to happen? I'm not putting myself in that group to where I'm going to start stocking up like heavy on a lot of these blends that are readily available. They're very popular. It just does not make any sense to me why STG would make a business move like that to where it's going to affect their bottom line, period. Granted, I know I'm not a corporate executive by no means, but I do have some common sense. And the corporate executives, they literally, sometimes they do have to deal with common sense issues as well. How is this going to affect our bottom line? But it is kind of surprising to me how many people are really in freak out mode right now over this. My only advice to many of you are, if you have a blend that you really enjoy, just don't change anything. Stock up on it. When you can get it, stock up on it. Sutliff, the beginning of my pipe smoking journey, I smoked a lot of Sutliff blends, but I was an aromatic smoker, so they have a lot of pretty good aromatics that are made here in the States. So could that change drastically? It could. But at the same time, you got a lot of aromatic smokers out there. That's what they really enjoy. Yeah, right now it's really hard to even attempt to know what's going to happen this next year or next couple years. Generally, when you see things like this, it does take time for everything to evolve, for the company to get to, you know, their projected goals, what have you. But yeah, you may see things changing on a lot of the retail sites. I used to shop pipes and cigars. Got kind of tired of their horrible website. Their website's terrible. Sometimes just getting getting your shopping cart right just to make your purchase is a chore. And I got tired of that, so I went to smoking pipes. That's mainly where I buy a lot of my tobaccos. They have a huge selection. Can you get everything there? No. But I think the pipe smoking community as a whole, just due to the fact of government regulation that we've seen in the past couple decades, it's kind of evolved, and we communicate rather well with each other, either in forums, you know, social media groups, what have you. If there's stuff that we really want to get, we always figure out a way to get it for the most part. So I guess my message for everybody is just calm down. Again, I could be completely wrong, and they could like change all kinds of things and discontinue blends, but I just don't see that being a common sense approach for STG. I mentioned some blends in my video this morning. I honestly cannot ever see the cap stands going away, or even their recipes or how they blend it changing drastically. Same goes with a lot of the Mac Baren blends. I just don't see it happening. This is just how it is with these corporations. Every corporation, they got shareholders. They are bound to making profits for them shareholders. I don't see this any different. But by all means, y'all can comment whether you disagree, agree, whatever. I'm definitely not a people disagree with me. That's fine. I rather enjoy hearing people's opinions, you know, especially if they're different from mine. A lot of times they bring something else to the discussion that kind of sheds more light on what we're talking about. So yeah, thought I would make a video discussing this. I haven't really done that. As my subscriber count grows, I'm sure this is something that many of them are worried about, wanting to, you know, bring up some discussion on it. I'm sure we will get some very enlightening comments, people who know a lot more about this whole situation than myself. But anyway, as always, hope you enjoyed the video. Let's get some discussion going. Till next time, keep them lit.